2 days ago, I received a message from a good friend of mine asking me, Fretch, accredited mo sa Sekyong. Namo good me assume unit din ha for only 1 million and it's already fully furnished. Unsay mong ma-advise, okay ra ba ni siya nga community, okay ra ba ni siya nga property, what do I need to know that the agent's probably not telling me before they purchase that condo. So my name is Fretchie and I'm your real estate coach, and today we're going to talk about the top things that your buyer absolutely need to know before they go and purchase that for assume house. So first, you have to ask kung unsay status ani nga for assume, because there are two types nga assume sa pag-assume sa property or sa real estate property. The first one is kanang assume nga wala pa siya na turnover, si original buyer is bayad pa siya sa down payment or sa equity. So that's one. The second one is na turnover na ang property, na loan na siya sa either bank or ni Pag-ibig, and si buyer nakapuyo na siya sa property or wala, and she wants another person to assume the property for reasons nga siya rin nakahibaw, right? So two things, right? The first one is katong i-assume nga nag-down payment na. On the client's best interest, okay? Mas better ang katong nag-down payment pa lang, wala pa siya na approve sa bangko or sa Pag-ibig. Why? Because in this case, dali ra kaya na siyang pag-transfer sa property to the new buyer's name. How does this work? So, mag-change name lang siya sa what do you call this, sa developer. I-change name na siya for a fee. Then that's the next question. If nag-down payment pa si original buyer and ganahan siya pa-assume, you have to ask the original buyer kung how much ang ginapangayo sa developer as transfer fee. Okay, transfer man ang documents from original buyer to the new buyer. The second one is the one na naka-loan na siya sa Pag-ibig or sa bangko. Now, here's one thing that most people do not tell you. Mag-assume gani ka og house and lot, you have to remember nga dili na ma-transfer ang title. Okay? Ang title ana niya is dili na siya ma-transfer under your name until ma-fully paid ang balay. So that means for 20 years, masking nagbayad every month si new buyer, ang pangalan sa property is still under the original owner. Okay? Kini pag-transfer sa ana sa iyang name, kini magbayad is si buyer sa si new buyer ang mag-shoulder sa cost on how to transfer the ownership sa property. Okay, number 2 would be unsay reason, right? So unsay reason ni original buyer why iyang ibaligya. Put yourself in the original buyer's shoes. There must be a very deep and big reason nga nung i-give up niya ang project. The fact na i-give up niya ang property kay di siya ganahan, what are the chances na ikaw sad nga mosalo sa iyang unit kay di sa kaganahan, right? So you have to know these things. It's possible nga bati mismo ang location, or it's possible nga bati ang unit, it's possible nga na-ay issue, quality issue sa actual unit. You have to know because again, ipa-assume gani niya, meaning wa siya kauyon, nagka-problema siya sa property. Okay? Of course, there are other reasons as well na let's say nagka-emergency sa family and they needed to give it up. Because in my experience, wala joy mo give up sa ilang house just for petty reasons na di na sila ganahan. Third would be, if you're talking about the assume unit, of course, you have to know the location. You have to go there, you have to check the place. Of course, this is a no-brainer. Common sense man dyan siya nga doon dyan mo sa unit. And then aside from that, you can also ask the neighbors. You can ask the people in the community, Kinsa na po yung ani sa una, what were they like, you know, you're gonna be bringing your entire family and right? We're gonna be spending most of our time at home. It's our resting place. It's where we get to relax and bond with the kids as much as possible. We wanted it to be a place where you can really enjoy and you can really relax. Dili ka na ma-stress ka. Kaya na yung mga underlying issues or problems that you didn't know about. And then fourth, have to check as well how much is the total contract price of a brand new property within the same area. Because watakibaw, basig mas barato pa di ay or mas better pa di ay kung mupalit na lang kag brand new. At least you're starting fresh. There is no what do you call this? Kanang negative vibes. Pila man dyan ang brand new. So for this friend of mine, the brand new unit in Saekyong is only 1.5 million. And then this other client, this seller who wants his or her unit assumed is selling it for 1 million. Okay, so again, 1 million fully furnished. There are already beds and appliances. Well, that's good. However, kana lagi, worth it ba? Worth it ba ang 500,000 savings for a unit na you're not the first owner? And yes, fully furnished siya, but you also have to consider depreciation. How long has it been since they purchased the appliances? Because you never know, basig padungan na siya guba or gamit na gamit yung kaayo siya. And then the fifth one, which is the last one, is that you have to ask the seller or the one who's the agent who's representing the seller kung once mahalin na ni siya ang property, who will process the transfer of title. Okay? Who will process the capital gains, the taxes, the documentary stamps, and all the fees involved regarding the transfer of sale. Who will process the deed of sale, etc. What do I mean by who will process? So who will process as in physically, who will go to the offices, the government offices, the RDO to process the transfer of title, and at the same time, number two, who will pay for the cost. Transfer of title cost or expenses can range up to 50 to 100,000. So apil gyud na siya sa imuhang things to consider. Alright? So personally, this is based on experience. When I started to look for a property na amo ang first house, this was I think 6 years ago. It was 2015 when I started looking for a property. The first thing that I did was look for assumed nga properties or mga foreclosed unit, because yes, my family and friends have told me that pangitag assume or pangitag foreclosed kay daghan kay mga foreclosed unit karon nga barato, which indeed is true. Barato gyud siya, barato siya from the prices of brand new houses. So what na mo sa mga properties na agyud tinuod nga huge nga rason, because number one, the property, some of these properties were bahaunon. That's one. Number two, when we check out the units, some of them have very damaged roof, which will cost around, we ask of course a panday, which will cost around 200 to 300,000 just for roofing installation and repairs. Number three, there are also some issues like termites, right? And number four is super abandonado na gyud siya. And that's probably the reason barato kay siya, because the house is practically uninhabitable. So muna siya ako sa kabantayanan sa mag-assume ka or mupalit kag foreclosed na unit. So yeah, I hope you learned something today, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye!